Welcome to this video on using critical point and point of no return normal ops in Oz runways. To enable these points on the map, ensure you have selected Show Sector Features in Map Options. The critical point, or as it is now called, the Equal Time Position, ETP, is the point along track from which it would take the same time to continue on to an aerodrome ahead as it would take to return home. Now, let's look at an example in the app on our active flight plan. Starting with nil wind, the critical point will be halfway along our route as ground speed equals TAS. In this example, we have a critical point calculated at 76 nautical miles, providing you fly to your flight plan speeds and altitude, and of course have an accurate aircraft profile set up. Now, let's add a 50 knot southerly wind to our example plan, and we will see the critical point move upwind. Now, our critical point is 63 miles from Adelaide, 13 miles closer than it was without wind, as it's going to take that much longer in the headwind to get back to our origin. The point of no return calculation is used to determine the point along track outbound from the departure aerodrome beyond which there is insufficient fuel to return. There are many ways to calculate a PNR. We are using a method that is used at an ATPL level to ensure the most accurate PNR calculation. Revisiting our example plan, our PNR is 100 nautical miles from Adelaide with 1,000 pounds of fuel on board, or 591 pounds total safe endurance. Total safe endurance is the fuel we can burn to fly out and back to our PNR. This excludes all reserves and taxi fuel. Again, assuming you fly to your flight plan speeds, altitude, and have an aircraft profile set up. Next, let's decrease our fuel on board to 800 pounds and see what happens to our PNR. Of course, now there is less fuel to fly out and back, so our PNR is going to be much closer at 66 nautical miles from Adelaide. Now, let's see what happens if we decrease our fuel even further. A red fuel critical bubble will appear when your flight is entering a fuel reserve state, and all other sector features will be disabled until the critical fuel state is resolved. For more information, details, and a worked example on how we calculate CP and PNR, please see our detailed video linked in the description.